One, two, three. All right. I think that should be good. I should start streaming right away. Okay, so welcome to part two of building an app from scratch using the ArcGIS API for JavaScript. Or I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see what I do wrong. All right, so we left off. I had the basic shell of what I want this app to do. I don't know why I'm wearing. I don't need headphones. I'm not talking to anybody. Sorry about that. I usually have those on when I'm on Zoom calls or something. But okay, so here's a basic shell of what I'm going to do. Here's our view app where we left off. Some stuff I want to tweak though, right? I was thinking about it, and I don't necessarily want the search widget up when I start my app. I don't think I'm going to need it. I think I'm just going to do a basic, get my location, find like coffee shops nearby, and then use those to populate the list that is here. I think that's all I really want to end up doing. So I don't need the search widget. However, that presents a new problem. Now I'll show you why right now. So let's go ahead and remove search here. And let's come down over here. And I have to make the text bigger so everybody can see it. But then that makes it so that it's difficult for me to see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's remove the methods here for now. And let's go ahead and remove this mounted stuff happening mounted. Let's get rid of the search container and just have, so basically we're going to have the card container, which have the list, nearby items, and then my footer is part of the card container. We'll come back to that here, right? So, okay, so now it's fine, but if I do this, you get this error here. Failed to construct your URL, invalid base URL, and the icons and some of the other assets that CalSite uses are no longer available because the widgets in the API by default are going to handle all of that for you. So since they're not, well, since I'm not going to use a widget right away, I need to go ahead and set that up the CalSite way. Right, so if I come over here, I'm copying my assets in the public, right? So, and I think there might be an issue too with Vite in the way that when this runs. I know I can target this to only run at build time, like production build. There's a way to set that on the copy here, like a hook you can get into, a build hook. But I actually just want them in the public asset. So I think in this case, it might be maybe better to have an npm script run it. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm comfortable with. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying think about it. Because if you run npm dev the first time, I don't know there's a guarantee this is going to run right away. You might have to refresh the app. So that source has public assets. So yeah, see, it didn't actually run. If I do a, so it's not in public yet. But if I do a build, right, stop it, and do npm run build, set that, do it. This might take a second. Sorry about that. It's gonna take a hot minute for that to work. That might go and do it. Okay. Here's a problem. So I ran into this too doing a production build, which you may not. No, you would probably run into it too. So it's all ESM first with Vite and stuff like that. So, and I think because using TypeScript, it doesn't know what to do with this. So just follow the advice it has right here. Try npm I save and then types sortable JS. It really just needs those types and then you're good to go. So if I do npm run build again, there we go. I ran into that in another Vite app recently, so that's why I know about it. But again, you're seeing all the same problems I would, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being honest here. Okay, so we got to build. So now I should have public asset. Okay, so now I got public assets. Okay, perfect. So if I come over to CalSite components, and I'll see the set asset path stuff here. But if we do something like, let's come over here, let's copy this here. Examples, I think it is. Is that right? Components example. Yeah, here we go. So if we look at components examples, actually, if we come, let's do the Vite one because that's what I did. So Vite Okay, I'll show you right now. So where am I? Let's come to the app up here. So this is like the entry point from application, right? Or am I doing it in the main? It might be wiser to do it in main, but I don't know. Not that wise. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this bit here, right? Bam, like so. So I'm still in the setup part of the view app here. So let me go and run this again, npm run dev. Again, because it's Vite, that's what it expects. Boom, boom, failed to construct URL. All right, same issue. So if I do this, it's gonna get close. So this is how you, I don't know if it's in the calcite doc. I'm sure it is somewhere. Let's see. Set. So it's not in the GitHub doc. Might be in the calcite stuff over here somewhere. Like, let's see. It's not, oh, framework integration, probably. We might talk about set asset path and whatnot. It's in there somewhere. You'll find it. But basically what I need to do is tell calcite where can I find all the assets, where are the icons and stuff, right? So this will get me close. And we'll see how it gets me close in a second. So if I do a refresh now. So, okay. So now we're just getting 404s, right? So it's not finding them where we expect them to be. But it's not exactly where the default calcite stuff would be, right? So if you look at the public here, assets components is where the calcite stuff ends up going. So if I do something like this, and I'm sorry, can you hear my dogs barking in the background? They are just, they're not happy today because there are all of them outside. And I got like 4 dogs outside that just want to come in right now. Sorry about that. So, okay, so now I'm going to point it to, how do I do this? So I want to point to assets, components, right? I think. And then it should find assets there. Let's see if that works. Refresh. Not quite, not quite. Oh, I think I want this. Is that gonna do it? No, that's not gonna do it. That's gonna break something. I'm close. I'm very close. Assets component. Maybe I gotta remove this. I had this somewhere. I know I did. Assets, assets. Okay, so that's not it. Location. What is location href anyway? So localhost 3000. All right, so that should be it. Assets, component assets, and it's looking for calcite icon. So that is where it is, but do I have to say like that, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that did it. Weird. Okay, so I gotta do that. Okay, so there we go. So now my icons are showing up and everything else like that. So now I'm using all the assets locally for calcite stuff, not through the CDN. I did my define custom elements, so that's going to kick off. I don't think I really need that in this particular case. I don't remember, but we'll leave it there to be safe. The set assets pass with the important part, and I believe we'll be okay with any widgets we use later on. It should just be fine. So, okay, so that was one little caveat about using calcite from the ArcGIS API for JavaScript install, right? Arcgis Core. How you want to set up, because the other option is to copy the calcite assets over themselves, but then you end up with double assets. One's set that you'll use, one set that the JavaScript API uses, which, you know, it's not very efficient. So this is just a better way to do it. This is just a little bit, like I said, a little different than using it in just a regular native calcite app. And if you're curious about that, check out the calcite components examples repo. Like I said, I'm looking at the Vite example that's in there, but there's also oops, what I do? There's also an Angular, Ember, Preact, React, Rollup, Vue, Web Dev Server. I don't know what difference between Webpack and Web Dev Server would be, but it is Web Dev Server. I'm curious. Modern Web.dev. I've never used this, but okay, cool. Yeah, lightweight stuff. I'm all about the lightweight. Okay, awesome. And I'm gonna be honest with you here. I'm very tempted to drop Vue from this application and go pure vanilla, like calcite components and stuff. Well, not pure vanilla. I would use lit HTML to help me with the rendering, just so I don't have to do a lot of like document.inner HTML and inner text, document fragment stuff and whatnot, just to save me from that. I gotta take out my trash, people. But I'm sticking with Vue because I started with Vue, and I think most people are interested in using a framework of some sort, right? I think I'm kind of over the whole framework thing at this point. I don't know. That's a lie. I'll keep doing stuff, but you know, I have some ideas and I have some opinions on that. But if you're interested in talking about that, hit me up at Dev Summit next year in March. I'll be in Palm Springs. We can talk frameworks. But okay, so we got this now. All right. Okay, let's get some meat potatoes of stuff that we want to do. First thing I want to do is somehow dynamically generate these items, which I'm doing here in the home. Yeah, so I'm doing the home. I want to dynamically generate these items somehow, right? Instead of just having this list here. So I need to do something like have a util like the old nearby JavaScript had under source utils, I believe, for getting places. So I think it's called nearby TS here. This just no, that's as nearby items. Oh, was it a hook? Oh God, it probably was a hook. So geolocation. Okay, let's do geolocation first. That's easy. I'm not a fan of hooks. I'm sorry. I know people love them and whatnot, but you know, I think they add a level of complexity that I'm just interested in. So okay, so let's add a new folder. I'm very opinionated today. Getting a little salty here. Sorry. Let's go ahead and new file. We're gonna call this locate. Right, and what I basically want to do is I want to copy this here. Yeah, let me copy this somewhat. Anybody asking questions? Any talking smack? Nah, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna go for like, I don't know, maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour here, just to get this going. So we're doing export async function, and we're gonna go ahead and call it locate. We're going to return a new promise because I want this all asynchronous. The geolocation stuff is all callback based, but I want to make it asynchronous promise based stuff. So I get a resolve, I get a reject. Yes, I do. Okay, so now I can copy this stuff in here. So basically, so we get this one here. Instead of setting some kind of state of some sort or any of that, I don't need this nonsense here. Let's get rid of that. We're going to resolve the coordinates. And I don't want the whole results from the geolocation. I don't really care about those details you get with that. I just wanted to resolve the coordinates. And for the error callback, we'll just pass the reject to that. Right? There we go. Let's do a little code formatting here. Clean that up. Bam. All right, so there we go. That's our simple function. Just copied it right out of there. You're going to find this anywhere you look up how to do geolocation. You get your current position. Little thing will kick off in the browser asking you permission, and you're good to go. Okay, so that's done. So the next piece I need is somewhere in here. Is it nearby? Find nearby places. So where's this file come from? So places, categories, filter, blah, blah, blah. Data places. So I have something here called data, a data folder. It's been a while since I've done this, so you'll excuse me if I forget what I'm doing. Okay, so data places. So I pretty much want all of this here, I believe. So not all of it, maybe not all of it. I don't know. So I got this whole category for food type. I'm not going to worry about that because those are about icons and stuff. But let's see. So I want this location. So I got geocoder. Okay, so we're not going to create geocoder URL. We're actually going to do it with the new stuff in here. So we are going to put this in. You know what? Instead of calling this utils, let's rename this to data. Because the geolocation stuff is still technically an external data source. So we'll just go with that. I got like sticking with that. Call it services if I wanted to, but whatever. I'm not picky today about that. All right, so places. So we'll probably do this one, and then we'll kind of call it for today on that one. So I want a point, so I can copy this. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. There we go. Copy paste, copy pasta, good to go. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry. I'll hard code the geocoder URL from here and stuff. I don't think I need API key yet. Not yet. Not technically, I don't need it yet. We'll get there. Maybe we do it today. We'll see. So I want the import from Arcgis Core REST locator. And I don't need, okay, so what do I want from here? There's a few methods in here. So I want the address, not addresses, regular address to locations. Addresses would be batch geocoding. In that case, you do want your API key. I believe the API key works with batch geocoding. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's when that would come into play. So interfaces lat long. You know what? Let's go look at this over here. I'm just gonna have this interface in here. I'll export it in case I need it somewhere, which I probably will. And this interface is pretty straightforward. Latitude, number, longitude, attitude, and longitude. Attitude with the latitude, right? Okay, so there's my interface there. So now I want the geocoder URL, which I have a config in here set up. And I don't need it right now. Maybe I should have it. So here's my config of how I would do things. I guess I can. Maybe it's smart to have this config in here. Although some of these things I would want to keep in my environment variables, probably. Things like maybe even the geocode URL. I don't know. I'm hesitant to say geocode URL belongs in environment variable just because, you know, I don't think that needs to be an environment variable. All the authentication stuff should be. I'm probably not going to use a portal URL just yet. I don't think I need it. And max locations of 50. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Just to limit the number of locations I get. So, okay, let's come back over here to places. And what this code look like. Heck, I don't even remember anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. And then we're going to go ahead and delete stuff I don't need anymore. Man, okay. Oh, so I need to import some stuff from that config. Here we go. Bam. Okay, so that cleans up some stuff there. So I don't want to create the locator anymore. What I want to do is I want to use this geocoder, not geocoder, the address to locations. I'm going to pass, I don't want to copy that. I'll pass the geocoder URL to that, along with this information here, like so. So I don't need this category bit here. So I'm not going to filter any categories at all. So let's get rid of this. No client-side filtering for me. We're simply going to go ahead, take our results, map it out, turn it into a JSON of the result, and then the location with the latitude and longitude. All right, so this is the fields I'm going to ask for. And that should work, I hope. We'll find out. Okay, so places thing is done. So find nearby places, right? Okay, so where do I want to do this at? I probably want to call this in the app over here. And I'll want to pass this to the home. So the home now is going to need some properties. If I come to home over here, I got my define props. I think I need to set this as any. I don't remember. I think that works. So, no, doesn't like that. Let's do define props, like so. Okay, so now, I forgot how I'm supposed to do this. In items. So Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I think if I just do this. Oh, look, I was doing define custom elements here. I don't think I need this here. So I did it in the one above. If it breaks, we're going to find out right now, right? And yeah, that broke. Okay, so I do need that there. Look at that. Something broke. What broke? Yeah, okay. Items access to render but is not defined on an instance. So what happens if I go over here and I say that items is equal to, I think I need to do like so? Yeah, like that, right? Is that right? Did I do that right? Huh? No? No? No. No. Something's wrong. I'm doing that wrong. No, I know I'm doing that wrong. So I think I need to do data. I forget how I'm supposed to do this. Oh man, it's my view is not coming back to me. So it's data return. I believe it's like this, like items like so. Right? Yeah. No more errors in here. Yeah. Is that right? Now, is that, let me pass it over here? Or do I need to do it like this? Sit like so. No, it doesn't like that. I forgot how to do this part. What's the error say? Doesn't tell me nothing. Okay, let's come over here. Oh, create compiler error, blah, blah, blah. All right, it's fine. So I need to look at Vue.js docs because I don't know what I'm doing, right? So here we go. Vue.js. Let's come over to Vue. I swore I had this all figured out. Your browser documentation, click here for version 3. That's what I want. V3, here we go. Doc. Guide. And let's look for data properties methods. So yes, I had the data part, right? But if I want to access that in my template, I thought I just needed to pass it here. So, okay, so components, I need props for components. So, do I need to find props on here? I didn't think I had to. I thought the new view stuff is a little bit smarter than that. So, okay, so maybe I can comment this out. And let's do props. If this were Vim, I'd be so much faster. But then I'd spend time like looking at stuff. So cardinal sin any no, it's gonna be I already have an interface here somewhere. Where's my interface? Item props. It doesn't like this. So if I just say props array. Alright, okay, so it likes that. Okay. Passing static dynamic props, so blah 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 blah. So all right, passing an array. So okay, passing an object, like so. Blah 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 blah. One-way data flow. I'm really more interested in that. All right, let's figure this out. Let's find out here. So I've got my props. Items. It says non-existent type unknown. So it says that's unknown. So do I have to say something like this? Like array item props? No, it doesn't like that. That's something else. That is so weird. But okay. Damn, Vue. Killing me. But I'll figure it out. Give me a second here. Like I said, you're struggling with me on Vue. Prop types. I don't care about prop types because I'm using TypeScript, right? Blah, 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 blah. Component registration, passing stack, dynamic props. Just went over that. So, okay. It's honestly, I did not think I actually need this, but okay. Let me try this. Maybe if I come back over here to app, all right, so why is it, it's giving me errors over here. So, all right, let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Come over here. Okay, so that works again because there's nothing in there. But if I want to pass them down, I may have to come back to this later and figure out why this isn't working. So let's add another script tag in here. All right. And let's just say const items. Is this going to work? Equal here. I don't think this is going to like it. So items equal to items. Or does that have to be up here? Same one. Yeah, so it's gotta be up there. So I don't need the second tag here. Does that make everybody happy? That seems to make everybody happy. Oddly enough. Okay, so what did it look like? Did I delete them? No, I didn't. Okay. Let me try this. Let me try this here. Da, 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 da. Okay, so I'm gonna uncomment this. We're gonna go and remove that. For now, remove item props. Just say any. Nope, that didn't work. That did not work. I don't know why that didn't work. Just have to be like this. Some binding. That's odd. I mean, according to the doc, it should work like that, right? Like data binding, passing props around and stuff. Maybe not. Fucking view. Swear to God, man. That's why I hate frameworks. I'm telling you people. Nothing ever works as expected. I know this is probably like super simple. Like it's probably really dumb what I am trying to do here. Common IDs, I mean, passing an object, I mean, all this seems pretty straightforward to me. Maybe I need to see an example somewhere. Advanced guides, I don't need something advanced. This should be super basic stuff here, man. Data properties and methods, I mean, this shouldn't be very difficult here. That's killing me. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheat because this is not cooperating with me. I'm gonna have to look this up, figure this out later. I'm getting upset. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. All right. Let's come to home right here. So in here, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna import from the data places, right? Okay. We're also going to go ahead and import from the locate one. Oops. So data locate. There we go. Okay, so I want locate and I want find nearby places. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So on mounted, we are going to say locate. No, not that. It's not location address. Jeez, man. Come on. Sometimes Visual Studio Code gets a little carried away with what it tries to do. I just want to locate. Then, can I make this async? I don't know. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I can make that async. Now I can go ahead and say that const, no, I'm going to say result is going to be equal to await locate console.log because I'm a horrible developer that still relies on console.log to do things for me. I'm trying to avoid semicolons if you haven't noticed in this Vite app just because I think Vite by default doesn't use them. So I'm trying to follow with it. Okay, so it wants to find out my location. Okay, so there are my coordinates. That's me, roughly. That's not exactly. So, okay, so we got it there. All right. These people seeing where I live or my neighborhood. Let's clear that up. All right, so that's my results. Now what I want to do is if we look at the places, what does it take? It takes the latitude, longitude, and then some categories. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to say that my, I'll do it up here. Categories. It's going to be equal to, and this one here, okay, so let's do this. Let's go to here. We're going to go to the, actually, let's do this. No, I think I can do this. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know what to do. I know what to do. Let's come to the locator as a rest locator. There should be a link here to the yes, the Esri rest. No, not that one. Wow, it links back to itself. Okay. World Geocoder Service documentation. Category filtering. So okay, let's go to category filtering. So this is the kind of stuff you can filter on in here, the categories, right? You can do it on, okay, you can do it on these different levels. So category 1. So I believe when you do filtering, you can do it on the category 2 or category 3, meaning that I could ask for a filter on arts and entertainment and get back everything that's in category 3, or I can filter down to category 3 and do something like, you know, coffee shop, which is what I'll do. So I'm going to do find all the coffee shops. So I can do Chinese food or fast food or Greek food or one of those two. So this will be the category I'm going to look for. Is, oops, copy paste from there. It gets weird stuff. So, okay, so I'm going to do on the coffee shop. Let's come back over here. What else does this thing take? So it takes my location and my categories. All right, so now we're going to say that const, I'll say response, because I already used result, like full. Await, find nearby places, pass my, you know, oh, let's do this. I think the result is going to have my chords on it, right? Does it? No, it doesn't. Wait, what is it doing here? Let me double check again. What am I passing back? Yeah, I gotta record the lat longitude. So it's the latitude and longitude are on there. So okay. So that's fine. I'm gonna say this lat long. It's not the lat long, but it's lat long. So now we can say that the lat long are gonna go, and so are the categories are gonna go. So why isn't it like that? Argument type is unknown to parameter type of long. Why is this unknown? So it's promise unknown. So do I need to do this? I think it wants that. Like so. If I come over here, yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and log out this response. Right? And let's see what that looks like. There we go. So I got 50 results here. And these are all of the items, right? So we're going to turn each of these into a card to display on here. So how? Okay, so now we're getting close. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty of this thing here. Let me double check some stuff here. Hold on a second here. Okay, so I need to convert this into something that can be understood by my cards. So if I look at the card, I expect this item props interface is what I'm going to get, right? So, I'm going to take this actually, just real quick, come over here. I know, well, I don't even need that. So let me copy this, just for reference sake. For my own sanity, somewhere in my view, I can look at it, right? So this is the shape I'm looking for here. I'm looking to get something that has a name, address, bearing, and distance. So if we look at the stuff here, I mean, address on the results for the locator, it's still the same. It's not the address. It's actual like name, right? It's not like the street address. I think it's just the way the API on the REST API stuff is set up. So, all right, so here's what I want to do. I need to create my items. So these are going to be my items. Are going to be equal to response.map. Map, right? Come on, don't hurt me now, man. And we're going to get a, I'll just say A. I'm not going to get picky here. And I want to return an object that's going to have some stuff in it. It's going to return a, let's see, so we have a name. And the name is going to come from the attributes here. So a dot attributes dot, what is it? Place name, which is what I asked for. Place name. So I can do it like this, or I can do this, since it's kind of like a, oops. Since it's kind of like an object that doesn't really have that. I mean, I don't know. However you want to do it, it's up to you. What's it? So name, address, right? So again, a dot attributes, and this is going to be the place address. So underscore ADDR. Okay. And now I want the, so I don't really, I haven't calculated the bearings yet. So I'm just say, so we'll calculate bearings later. I'll leave that as north for now. And the distance, we're just going to say is 5 for now. We'll calculate those bearing and distances later, just not now. And then I want to say that this dot items, is that right? Is equal to items? I don't know. This is the part I don't know. How do I update this nonsense here? As any, right? Right. What do you mean I'm using it before? What's going on here? Okay, what's happening here? All right, so how do I update this data? Again, view. What are you doing to me, man? What's up? I'm outside of my, yeah. So I got my items. There's items. All right, so this, what is this here in this case? So what is this? All right, okay, sounds good to me. Is it data? Do I have to say data? That might be data. The items equal to items. Do I then have to say as any? But now I'm getting this error here. Am I missing a semicolon? What the hell's your problem, dude? Really? Uh-huh. Interesting. So it wants a semicolon there. I'm gonna try this. This dot items is equal to items. That worked. I don't understand views sometimes. You know, I think some of the TypeScript stuff is messing me up. So there we go. So here is our list. I have a bit of a CSS issue now because this should be stuck to the bottom, and this, yeah, we'll get to that. But there we go. Okay, so that was part of the hard part. The hard part was kind of getting this whole thing to work here. So okay, so I got that shape there. I know what that's doing. I don't like exactly the way I'm pulling the data in here. This isn't bad. I would probably move this stuff into like a single helper method, like you know, locate and find places or something like that, somewhere, like a utility or something like that that can put it all together. But I mean, that's very fast, if I'm being honest with you. Wow, okay. And we have clicks on these, so if I come to nearby card, we're gonna, again, this is something else we're gonna do with this later. So on the card, it's gonna be like click is gonna be equal to, and it's gonna be something like the event, and then console.log e. Right? Right? Come on. Am I doing this right? It's supposed to be like this. I get so confused with the way the view wants that stuff to happen here. Why? Event handling. Oh, so it just wants it I don't get you, View. What's up, dude? What is up? So it wants me to have like a method, a handler, right? So, okay. All right, cool. I got you. All right, so click. Okay, let's add a handler then. All right, let's come up over here. It just seems like extra work, man. I don't know why it's making me do this. Making me mad, View. Well, it's not View's fault. It's my fault for not like doing stuff the way it's meant to be done, I guess. So if I do another script tag here, and I do an export default, and I have something like, oh, what is it here? Methods. And in this methods, I'm going to have a click handler, right? And this is going to handle the event. And I'm going to console.log the event. All right, does it want something here? So this is a, if I click something, it's a mouse event. Let's assume. So now I should be able to say something like click is equal to what? It should, yeah, that handles that. Click handler. I guess it doesn't like it if you try to inline what. Okay, sometimes this happens too, where the error is so severe that it just will not rebuild again. Look, it hates that. It really hates this. Look at this. Must have same same language type. Sorry, dude. Yes, there we go. So now if I come over here, refresh, and I click on these, bam. So now we're going to use these later on to say that I clicked on the Starbucks and I want to go ahead and zoom to that location on my map. Meaning that we're going to go ahead, actually, this is going to work now. This dot name. I don't know why I have to do this any, right? So this as any. That is very weird to me that it doesn't like anything I'm doing. Name. Place name. Why does it want place name? Okay, so if I do that, yeah, so that's working. They're all damn Starbucks, for crying out loud. If I do the address, it'd be better. I'm gonna need something in here like a, yeah, you know what? Maybe I can do. I can convert these to, ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. All right, let's come over here to home real quick and let me look at these responses here. Let me just double check something. We're gonna finish up this for tonight anyway. Finish this up since we got quite a long way, I think, in terms of getting like the logic set up here. So if I look at these here, so I have a location for each one. I have the extent. So I can create a graphic. I can just create a graphic from here. It's close to being a graphic. It's not quite a graphic. This location could be the geometry, right? So I can update these nearby cards to take graphics instead of these items. And the graphics, will have all the information I need to zoom to something. Or I can have it set up if I want to do some lazy loading of API stuff, when I do a click here, let's clear this up. If I click on one of these, then I create the graphic off the information I've got, meaning I have to pass Latin long now. Based on the information, I'll create a graphic, and then display on the map when I click it, right? And we'll have some logic in here to remove the list from the view, display the map with the location, and that pretty much is like the app, right? We'll add a bit more shine and polish to it. I obviously need some CSS assistance here to make this work, and we'll be good to go. But yeah, so that is the main logic we've gotten there. Like I said, I'm a very dirty dev. I clean up later or as I go along. I'm not too concerned about making it pretty yet. I am concerned about making it work. And once it works, then I'll make it look good or look decent, clean up some code and whatnot. So hope that helps you out tonight. Like I said, we just want to get through some of that. You saw me struggle. The struggle is real. I don't know everything. don't tell anybody. But yeah, if you like this, I'll continue this next week again. Comment, like, and subscribe. Leave me any questions. Leave me any suggestions. If you know what I'm doing wrong in a couple places, I need to figure out this whole data flow in Vue, which is not behaving the way I expected it to, because I'm pretty sure in Vue 2, some of this stuff I was trying just worked in Vue 2, but Vue 3 seems to be a little different. I haven't used it too much for that. I handle data differently typically in frameworks than I do other people, but I'm trying to stick with what I think users are going to do. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So let me know if you see what I'm doing wrong. Help me figure it out. I'm always open to suggestions. But again, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know